Game number 2. This is the, what the hell is this? The Dollar General Bowl, Mobile, Alabama. Ohio against Troy, Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific. Troy 4, 49 the total. 6 bowls in 7 years for Ohio. Solich knows how to prep for these settings about as well as anyone. 13 seniors, 8 juniors, plenty of experience. Although, are we looking to fade the MAC after what's happened this year in the last few years?
Well, I mean, let's talk about Ohio, okay? They get boring bids every bowl season. You know, I wonder how much of a spark the fact that Ohio is going down to Mobile this year is going to bring to the kids. I mean, the big difference between this year's game and last year's game, well, this year you get to play in Mobile. Last year you played in Montgomery. You know, not necessarily, one of these situations where Ohio, they have the experience, they have the resume, but I don't know if they have the enthusiasm. That's a very different story for Troy, because this is the first bowl for Troy since 2009. Ironically, they beat Ohio U in the New Orleans Bowl that season. Neil Brown really turned this program around in his second season on the job. He's one of the youngest head coaches in the country, and he's a guy that has some exposure to bowl game prep. He was the Trojans offense coordinator when the team was in the New Orleans and GMAC Bowls back in 2008 and 2009, but he's never done it as a head coach, and I worry about the programs that haven't been to bowls, where none of the players on the team have been to a bowl. The coach hasn't coached a bowl before. There's a ton of logistics to deal with, travel arrangements, all kinds of non-football related issues that coaches and staff have to deal with, and players for that matter. And the ones with experience, there is an edge for the teams with experience in these type of scenarios.
We got injuries here too?
Well, I mean, Ohio's been a banged up football team at the quarterback position all year. You know, I mean, J.D. Sprague got hurt. Their top running back, A.J. Ouellette, got hurt. But I mean, we've seen the fifth-year senior, Greg Wyndham, the redshirt Frosch, Quinton Maxwell. They've shared quarterback duties since the injury to Sprague. They're not a team that you want to be playing from behind. If Ohio falls behind by a couple of scores, they're in trouble. And the same story with the running game. The running game was handled by committee after Ouellette went down, but they're a good defense. I mean, they held their opponents to 21 points per game away from home, just 3 yards a carry, 41 sacks on the season, a very strong pass rush. They led the MAC in scoring D. They ranked second in the MAC in total D. And remember the game against a undefeated and offensively explosive Western Michigan. They held the Broncos to their fewest yards and second fewest points of the season in that MAC title game.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.